Hello Pisces, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of December. Sorry, this is a little bit late, so for those of you who've seen my post on my community tab, you'll know that I ended up running into some technical issues and we ended up losing about 15 videos that were already completed for 9 out of 12 zodiacs. So here we are with take 2. Let's take a look and see what presents itself here for the second half of the month. General advice as always, so please keep that in mind throughout this reading and take from it what makes sense for you. So I'm going to start with this deck by Calico Moon. This is the Pining Rose Love Oracle. So what's coming in for you second half of December, and I'm not calling it the love and life type reading this time. I'm just going to allow the cards to communicate what needs to come through here, whether it's pertaining to your romantic life, which we're focusing on mostly, but if there are life matters that happen to pop up, then we'll talk about that as well. All right, here we go. Well, there's a new beginning, which is really nice considering we're wrapping up this year and welcoming in a brand new year. So let's see what else. Ooh, there's a phone call here. If you have been expecting a phone call or wanting a phone call from a particular someone, you might just get it. And we have I love you coming through here. So that's a nice card presenting itself. So whoever this person is that's wanting to reach out and contact you, they definitely love you. They want a new beginning. And if they're wanting a new beginning, that's telling us perhaps that you guys are at a distance from one another, not together. They want to start fresh. Maybe they've gone through this awakening. Okay, maybe you have also. We do have move on. Some of you guys may have decided to have already moved on with your life, but there's clearly somebody here who wants to contact you, who wants to perhaps start fresh. Okay, so we'll take a look and see what that's talking about. I'll go ahead and pull some cards from my Luna Tarot deck here. This is representing part 1 of 2 for your reading, Pisces. So if this does happen to resonate with you, and if you're interested in listening to part 2, that reading will be on my Patreon page, which of course I will include that link down below. All right, so what else do we need to know here? This makes sense that we would have the Three of Wands right there, because this really is about expansion, that new beginning, looking ahead, focusing on the future, not so much on the past. And that could be a part of that awakening message, as well as moving on to the future and not saturating yourself with what happened before. This makes sense as well with the World card presenting itself there, because this does represent cycle completion. Okay, so closing one door and opening up a new one is how I like to see that. And everything falling into place for you, whether that's pertaining to your romantic life, your other relationships, family, friends, career, health, money matters. Look at this, we've got the Two of Cups. So they clearly love you. This is coming through as true love. And they want to be able to express themselves to you. We do have the Hangman here. You guys spent some time apart though. That's what's coming through here. And that might have actually been a good thing. You know, could have been a blessing in disguise for maybe both of you. Giving this person the opportunity to have a better understanding of you as a person, of the connection, any issues that you guys might have run into. So it might have been very helpful for the both of you to spend time apart, being able to see things from a different angle, a different perspective. And then we do have the Ace of Swords right here, which is a new beginning, very similar to the energy of this new beginning card. But typically the Ace of Swords will surface when you're being offered a fresh start after having gone through something challenging. You know, maybe a breakup or just some major things that you and your person could have gone through, or even just life overall, and really moving on from any past issues or baggage or drama, whatever that might represent. So it seems that life is really wanting to take you on a particular direction where new cycles are coming in and old cycles are phasing out. Money matters could also be looking up for you, Pisces. Okay, so right now you could be single. This is a very independent energy. Somebody's solo, self-sufficient. But money matters looks great. So this is telling us here that you're not with this person right now, but they want to be with you. They still love you, and maybe you still love them too. And then we've got the Judgment card here. So the way I see this, very similar energy to this Awakening card. It's like a wake-up call. It's like an alarm clock, a day of reckoning, as you can see. And it's interesting too that we've got that phone call, you know, that wake-up call for your person. I feel they see things from a very different perspective, which is very much a part of that Hangman energy. They needed to spend time apart from you in order to appreciate what they had, truly, when you guys were together. Because this is giving them the opportunity to just take a look at the past and how things were. They might have contributed to part of the reason why you guys are not together and why you are possibly moving on away from this person. Or perhaps they felt like they had no choice but to move on, especially if you decided to sever ties with them. It wasn't an easy journey for them. Look at this energy with the Five of Cups. Okay, so we've got these Two of Cups right here, which is represented by the Two of Cups right there. But this is what it's a typical interpretation, crying over spilt milk, you know, seeing these Three Cups right here that have spilled over, and that's what they're focused on. Their grief, their sorrow over the fact that maybe you guys couldn't work it out, and lots of regrets. But there really is this need for them to just restore balance in their life. Balancing the scales, you know, just facing the truth of the situation, facing their truth, living their truth, and hopefully finding the necessary clarity in order to do right by you, to be able to fix this situation and the separation between the two of you. But they're not having an easy time of it, because right now it's coming through that they might be having nightmares. They're not sleeping a whole lot, or at least they're not sleeping well. They're not getting enough rest. They're stressed out. They're burnt out, you know, possibly thinking, how can they fix this? But it's going to get to the point where that phone just might ring and they're going to be able to express themselves to you, letting you know perhaps that they want a new beginning, that the love is still there. So once they decide to do that, things are going to start moving quickly. And then we've got the Three of Cups, celebrations, happy times, a positive outcome, a new beginning. And then we've got the Ace of Cups. So we really have new beginnings popping up here for this reading. And it does say new romance for some of my singles. It could be a new love that's coming in for you after having experienced past heartbreak, perhaps. You're moving on from that. Here's your new beginning. After having gone through difficult times, perhaps with other people, relationships that just didn't pan out to be anything, you know. But for others that are wanting a reunion, a new beginning, to come back together, this is giving you guys that new door to open it up and welcome in these happy times. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles wanting to come out. Okay, so I feel when this person is thinking about you, they're focused on wanting to build something meaningful with you. And this was the card that I was actually pulling, was the Nine of Cups, wish manifestation. Okay, so there's a possibility that you can still have this wish come true as far as coming back together with this person. But I'm just kind of feeling instinctively that it falls on their shoulders to do the reaching out, you know, to call you and let you know that they're still interested in wanting to reconnect with you. So I feel it's around the corner, possibly second half of the month, or even early part of January perhaps. But they clearly still love you. They want to reconnect. They want a new beginning. So if you're feeling the same way, if you want the same thing, hopefully you guys will have the opportunity to sit down and talk and iron things out and just move on, as it says. Move on and focus more so on the future rather than what happened between the two of you guys in the past. Okay, so let's continue to take a look at the energies for this connection in part 2 of this reading. If that is something, as I've mentioned, something you're interested in, that link is down below for you to be a patron. And if not, that's it for now, guys. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, however, that information is down below as well. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.